So let's bring up your book for a little bit here. You have a forthcoming book. Are we going to have sex or what?
Yeah,
um,
it's actually here. It's actually here
okay.
now. But
So that's a provocative title. Tell us a little bit about the book and how it explores desire, intimacy. Who's it written for?
yeah.
Because who's asking the question, are we going to have sex or what? Because
Yeah, well, it was me.
I,
That was my husband. I asked my husband that on our first date, actually. And as I was working on the book, he said, that might be a good title. It is for women over 50, or really any woman. I think there's something in there. And even her partner would probably get some good stuff out of this. It's about nervous system regulation, getting desire back online, reclaiming your body because we have we've left it for so long so we can live fully alive. So there's a few spicy things in there, but really I use my radiance model through the book. It's just about helping her remove shame, because there's as we age, we can be very mean to ourselves. Our bodies change, how we respond changes. The book is really trying to normalize that and give some paths to get her regulated. And I even have some scripts in there because as I've done marriage counseling over the 30 years, I've always been surprised because sex always comes up. I mean, that sex and money, which always goes down to communication. But I was always surprised when I had couples who'd been married 10, 15, 20 years and didn't talk about sex. Well, yeah, that's that's very telling. Let's understand that. And there was shame around the conversation and not wanting to hurt someone's feelings. But it's uber important. You have to have those conversations. That's part of that connection. Now, I talk about in the book, let's do it dressed and maybe at the kitchen table instead of naked on the bed where we don't want anyone get their feelings hurt or blamed. But having those intimate, vulnerable conversations are very important. And as I said, when we're in that functional freeze, our pleasure comes offline. We've been braced for so many years. That's your pelvic floor bracing. Then we say, do Kegels, you know, and and your genitals are like, I just need some blood, man. I'm getting no blood here. So trying to soften her responses, help him understand how at 50, I mean, it only about 10 to 15% of women have spontaneous desire where they might wake up horny. That's not common. Most women, 90 to 85%, rely on spontaneous desire in a context. And as you get older, it's still there, but it's layered under a lot of years, cumulative years of all this responsibility where an obligatory sex, faking orgasms where your body's like, I don't even know what you want anymore. I don't understand. So helping her to get desire back online might take a hot minute. So for the partner to understand, whereas in her 20s, maybe, it came online a lot quicker. As we age, it's going to take a hot minute. Foreplay might need to last longer. Maybe it starts with sexting in the morning and hand holding at lunch and, just a more purposeful, prolonged kind of thing. But it's still there.